Hello, how are you? I welcome you to a new episode in the modus of becoming the 1% extraordinary scholar. These are things, they might seem simple, right? But they are things that will actually separate you from the rest of the crowd. Sincerely speaking, what I just want you to do is take it with an humble heart and walk and run with them, and you will see um, tremendous changes, really. And but before we actually go into it, I want you to first check with yourself. I don't want you to keep carrying baggages, with you, things that will actually slow down your race, right? So, what are things that especially emotionally, that you think is there? How are you really doing? Not I'm fine, not I'm doing good. No. What are some of the things that are working? What is the most prevalent emotion you are feeling right now? If you are feeling anxious, why are you feeling anxious? Get to the root of it. If you are feeling happy, what are some of the things that is making you happy? Maybe you can double down on it and replicate it. If you are feeling overwhelmed, what are the things that is making you overwhelmed, and what are some of the things you can actually do, right? This is part of self-awareness you need to bring yourself into. So don't just keep piling emotions up and keep piling it till you now get to a point that the only solution is to explode. No, don't do that. So those are some of the things that you need to also take cognizance of. Right. So I think you've had some minutes to actually do that, right? You can pause and then do it if you need more time. But if you're good, let's go. I'm ready. Yay. All right. So today it is about strategic relationship intelligence. Relationship intelligence. We used to talk about emotional intelligence. We talk about um intelligence quotient, right? IQ. And then people came and said, no, you still have to add emotional intelligence to it, which is some of the things we had, when I was talking about how are you doing self-awareness and the likes. Now, there is another thing called relational, or yes, relationship intelligence or relational intelligence, anyhow. And what I've tagged it for gross is building your global network with purpose. Now, one of the things we are here um, on purpose for purpose. We are here on purpose for purpose. Where the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable, right? So, what are some of the things that are available to us already? And then let's just quickly go straight into it. I will, first of all, as you know, we'll come into um quotes, right? And number one, from an African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with others, right? And I think that's self-explanatory. And an unknown person also said, people don't invest in talent, they invest in trust. They invest in trust. So ways of building that trust is some of those things we also look at today, right? How can we gain the trust of others? And I will paraphrase this from Matthew 5:15. He said, you can be the brightest candle, yeah, a light, but if you hide under the table, the room stay um dark. The room still stays dark, right? So, if indeed you are a light and you carry solutions for the world, you should be out there. Yeah, so people that be like, yeah, I don't want to be out there, I'm shy, we'll still look at some of those myths and break them, shatters those tables today. But you are a light, and I'm telling you to shine bright for others to see. You have to be out there, not under a bushel, not under a table. Are you with me? So let's go to Dale Carnegie. He said, your network. Okay, so he said you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get people interested in you. Do I need to go over that again? You see, right? You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get people interested in you. So you see, the mindset we are pushing here is just to see the good in others, to be interested in providing solution to others, not just about you. One of the things you should know about people is that people are inherently selfish, human being, even as you are. And you see that person that is trying to get people interested in is just because just want to be so consumed about self, and that's we want to go beyond self, and we start okay, you are interested in people. When you are interested in people, people naturally gravitate towards you. That's just it. Do you see? So that's one of the mindset I want us to carry. And then Kate Ferrazzi said the currency of real networking is not greed but generosity. Can you see? It's still talking about the same thing from what we said before. Generosity, just giving to others, seeing problems and solving, leadership in class. You are providing solution. You get in contact with the material that you think can help people. You are not hoarding it. You are sharing it. You are sharing it. And these are seeds. It will come back to you, no matter how. It will come back to you. You will reap that fruit of it. Even though it might not be from your classmate or any, but it will come back to you. It's a seed that has been sown. You will see the fruit for sure. Ellen Keller said, alone we can do so little, right? Together we can do so much. And an unknown person, which I will round it up, is your vibe attracts your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Be the light that attracts other lights. We've established that we are light and we must shine for the world to see. So that's why you will not be hiding in your class. That's why you will not be hiding only in the country you are. You will not be hiding in your own house and then not push yourself, push your work, show your work online. That's why we won't do that, because we are light and our vibe attracts our tribe, and then our light attract other light. So we have to shine bright. So let's quickly run. Networking as strategic gardening. One of the core philosophy I want us to look at it is that is like a gardening. I'm an agriculturist, so pardon me. I just want us to see it in this way. Think of your network as a garden. You don't just randomly scatter seeds and hope something grows. A master gardener knows that some plants are annuals, right? Seasonal. The annual means it grows in a year. Seasonal contact for specific project. You are here, maybe it's on Erasmus, maybe it's on self-sponsoring, maybe it's on a fellowship, anything you are here for, maybe your master's or BS or PhD is for a specific year, maybe 1 year, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years, right? Or 3 for PhD. Some contact you will meet during this time might just be, seasonal, might just be for a year, might be for a specific purpose. Some people might do, there are some, for example, during my master's, we had some Erasmus plus, which is like an exchange. They do only 1 semester. And I knew I had a relationship with one guy during that time. It was my classmate, and we were always doing project together, right? And we were good friends. But he left after that time. But I've been able to develop a relationship with him such that even till tomorrow we can chat and say, okay, let's work on this thing together, sort of. But at that point, those relationships, we are not as much as in contact as we were when we were face to face. Do you see? So some relationship will come that are annual, biannual, they are seasonal in short, but there has been some friendship in your life or relationship in your life that has been there forever and will be there. Your parents, your childhood friendship that you still maintained, different kinds like that. So you need to know. Some are perennials, lifelong mentors, friends. Some need more sunlight, maybe regular attention, right? And some thrive with space, occasional check-ins. There are still some of my friends from primary school that we do not fight when I just check on, oh, you crossed my mind right now, and just say, are you doing well? It's not, they are not fighting me because, oh, I've not been in check with them since January. But that we just have come to realization that these are the place of some friendship, and it will give us more peace, right? And so you know that with we grow, energy draining relationship, which you must prune. And that's why I'm saying you need to start seeing your relationship, all kinds of relationship in your life, as a garden. So with we grow in those relationships, that this one has become, energy draining relationship, and you have to, what do you do to it? You prune them so that you can give space to other plants to actually grow, right? You can give time to other things. And that's why, last week we've looked at the 90 days life upgrade. I've told you about what it is. I'm not repeating any part of it, but it's a system. And when you now it's a system you put in place to make sure that you are actually in charge of your time, right? So in your relationship as well, you see that, okay, this relationship has become a draining one. You prune it so you have time for other things, right? So you are the gardener of your relational ecosystem. I need you to see it like that. So plan strategically, nurture consistently, and prune courageously. Don't say because of this and that, and then you neglect some relationship that shouldn't be there, but they are taking your time, they are taking your energy. And yeah, the bonus, by now, the bonus module will also be there, which is talking about time, energy, and focus. You need to listen to that. You need to listen to it. Time is not time management. What can you really manage in something that is fixed for everybody, right? But your energy is renewable. How can you maximize your energy? How can you focus? That thing will give you some strategies to actually maximize it. Especially as a student, you need this so much in balancing every areas of your life. So that is it. Let's move forward. Another core analogy I want us to look at, we've seen the core philosophy, which is about you actually becoming, seeing yourself as a gardener, right? Right now, the three-layered bridge, or let me even this, I put this thing here, the three-layered bridge, or in form of a chair. And what are the layers? The layers are the vertical, horizontal, downward. But before I go into it, imagine you are standing on one side of the river where you are now, right? And across the river is your next level. Opportunity, access, visibilities. You don't cross that river alone. People become your bridge. So people are your bridge. Are are they become the layers and the bridge which you use to cross to the next level. And another one is actually you are standing in this place you are standing right now. And if you stand for long, your leg will pain you. This three-layered bridge can also be like a seat in form of a chair like this. As I was having this, it just came to me. I was like, yeah, maybe this will also be something. And we can see this one going up is actually one layer, and which is vertical, right? And those are who? They are mentors, they are sponsors, they are industry leaders, right? And then this horizontal one are classmates, your peers. You are in the same place, horizontal like this. Your peers, your colleagues, your classmates, those people you are in the same age range, right? Whether in the same industry or different ones, right? You still need to these people. And then downward, you can't neglect this part as well. And who are they? They're your juniors, they are newcomers, right? And before I go into actually going into their function, one of the reasons, I don't know, for people that attended the webinar, which I still have on my YouTube channel, you can go by it if you didn't. I was talking about someone that, had more than, I think, 10,000 followers on LinkedIn, but could not convert that into opportunities. At a point, she had to come and say, okay, she had, I think, 100K, so I don't know. I've forgotten. Um, but it is just to tell you that you don't need 10,000 followers or connections. You just need the right people. And who are the right people? The right people are the combination of all these people in your field. Vertical, because you know that for you to sit down on this chair, if one leg is missing, you won't be comfortable. If you didn't fall down, maybe it's the back. Your back will pain you at some point. If it is the leg, it won't stand. You'll be using your leg to stand. Do you see? And if it is the seat, you can't even sit down. Do you see? So, and then the bridge also, you might not cross to the other side. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? So all these things are important. When you are sending that LinkedIn connection, where do this person falls? And that's why I'm saying it has to be strategic. You are just not sending random connection because you like the post of these people. Of course, there are some you actually like for the value you are getting from it, but you still have to be strategic. Where does this person stand? It's not like all everything is that like transactional, but you know what I mean, that you have to, you are the gardener, you are the chairman of your life, you are the chief executive director or officer, right? You are the ED, you are the CEO, CFO right now. So you have to be strategic about what you do. Everything has to still, be meaningful, be purposeful at the end of the day. So let's go over it again. The vertical, which are mentors, sponsors, industry leaders, they pull you upward. These are the ones that we say, um, these are the ones that we say, okay, uh, this opportunity is there, apply, or this is how you should position yourself. This is how you should do this, and they will give you advice. They are mentors, they are coaches, they are leaders, and you need them. Then the horizontal are your classmates, your peers, your colleagues. You grow with them, or they grow with you. Yeah, so you grow together, in short. And the downward are your juniors, newcomers. You actually give back and learn your loyalty and build legacy. That's where you begin to build legacy with people, have people that are loyal to you, build influence again. So this is where your work starts speaking. And so we need to make sure that all these things are actually complete. Everyone is actually complete. So, and let me just make some time to actually talk about each of them. So the vertical networking is reaching upward, and an analogy is building your personal board of directors. Even a business has personal board of directors. What do they do? Give advice. They are your mentors, your sponsors, or advisors. The people who sit on your personal board of directors. They don't just advise you; they advocate for you when you are not in the room. So, and the strategic approach you can do is identify 3 to 5 potential mentors in your field, offer value first, research their work, share relevant articles, ask specific, thoughtful questions, not just, be my mentor, right? But, oh, I admired how you handled X. Could I get your perspective on why? Right? Over value. Oh, you saw an article, maybe they've written something on it before. You can share. Dale Carnegie was saying that if we are in the business of getting interest in people's life, in people's affair, um, you give people get interested in us than we trying to make them interested in us. Because when you are saying be my mentor, you are asking already. You want to start by giving. You want to start by offering value. If someone come into your life right now, even as you are, you don't want someone to be asking and you know telling you to do something that will also add to what you are doing. You are really, jealous of your time, how you spend your time to make sure you are maximize it, right? If someone is not saying, I want to give you a job that will take maybe 5 hours of your time per week, you'll be weary. But if someone is saying, oh, let me and do something for you, maybe it's something that is close to your heart, and they say, oh, I want to do this for you, you are happy, right? So when you are offering value like that, people can't resist it, and that's how you gain access into people's lives. So quarterly checks in, respect their time with prepared update. So um for you as an international student, your professor is not just a teacher. They are your gateway to research opportunities, recommendation, and industry connections. So treat them as such. So as they are teaching you, you are not just looking at what they are teaching. You are looking at how what they're teaching is actually in connection with yours. And if you have questions in that direction, you when you are sharing it with them, they are like, oh my God, this person is a visionary person. She's looking at it in this way, he's looking at it in this way. And then they respect you. So when it comes to the time for recommendation, or it comes to it, or they even have funding, do you think they won't call you? You've made them into a colleague. You've made them, you taught us this thing. I was reading an article. This was interesting. I don't know. What is your perspective about this? That's how you just, make yourself valuable as a person, not asking and asking. So let's quickly run because of our time. Two is horizontal networking, building your tribe. And the analogy I will use here is forming your relay team. These are your peers, the people running beside you. In a relay race, you don't compete against your teammates. You pass the baton to help each other win. Did you hear that? You are not competing. Don't see people as competition. This is masters, or even if it is PhD or BSc, don't compete. Don't see yourself. I was chatting with one of my BSc what's it called? Bachelor's mates, classmates, and we are not doing we had a cultural economics background. We are not doing the same thing. He's in editorials, for goodness sake, doing so well. I am here in international cooperation and still doing coaching, right? And I still do agricultural coaching as well, actually. So, but then thank God that we were more into, he was part of people that would say, okay, we have tutorials, let everybody come. He might not even teach, right? He didn't even graduate with a first class. Do you see? When you are not thinking about yourself, but it will be like, okay, talk with somebody. Do you know this subject? Can you teach every one of us? It will be there as well, right? So it is just about leadership, leadership without title. You don't need to be the class rep to say a problem and offer solution to it. This is the way I want us to think. So you help each other win. And then a strategic approach you can start today is find 2 to 3 accountability partners in your program. Create study groups that become professional networks, attend cultural and professional events together, help someone. If you know this subject, help someone. Do you know this? Let me explain to you. And as you are explaining, you are getting better if you don't know. So that is another way. So practice give first mentality in every of your relationship. Before you ask, give first. Share opportunities and freely. International, one of the way you can also apply it, the classmate sitting next to you might be your future business partner if you don't know, or the connection that helps you to land your first job abroad, or that shares an opportunity. I can't forget this in my life, and whenever I read my story, I don't think I can have ever leave this out. One of the person that sent we're just talking on phone, who have been applying for scholarship, and have you heard of this one before? He was one of my classmates as well in doing undergraduate days. And he shared this with me. I've never heard of it anywhere. I applied and I was chosen for that fully funded scholarship. So that is it. But what if we've just been like, oh, competition in school? No. So you don't know who is who, right? And you just have that give first mentality. And then downward networking, lifting as you climb. Do you see lifting as you are climbing? Don't climb alone. Lift other people up as well. So building your legacy ladder as you climb, don't pull the ladder up behind you. Instead, reach down and help the next person. This is not charity; it's legacy building. And one approach you can use is mentor one junior student each semester. Share your international student lessons with newcomers. Create resource guides for those following your path. Practice network generosity. Introduce someone. Oh, you have someone um yeah, you have someone that you know that okay, if you connect these two people, something big can come out of it, right? Or someone need this solution and you have that. Connect both of them. Do a lot of introduction between people. Oh, Rose, meet this person, right? Oh, this is the person, or this is the program manager for this program, create something, a partnership or collaboration out of it. It might also be, oh, this person is looking for a job, someone, just do that kind of introduction, introduce people who know each other, you know. And that is one of the ways to actually practice this thing we are talking about. Another way is remember how lost you felt during your orientation, right? Be the person who helps new international students find their footing rather. So that is another way. And one myth that I want to break is networking is not for everyone. It's just for an extrovert, right? Um, it's not for introverts, just for extroverts. No, no, no. Networking is not a personality type. It is a competence you can develop, you can grow into, you can be proficient in. And like any skill, it can be learned, it can be adapted, it can be executed strategically. So that's it. There are times your mind will be like, are you sure? Should I post? No, that is the time you post. Yes, that's the time you post. That's the time you share. That's the time you reach out. Oh, will they say no? Yes, sometimes they say no. But don't worry. It is at the end, we'll see. So and in our workbook, I put some information there. Put them in your mind. That no is just on your way to that yes. Do you see? So don't, whether they do you good or bad, you have that mind, and don't worry, it will come back to you in multiple folds, sincerely. So, and really, people are willing to help, especially when you are now coming with this mindset, of giving first. They warm up to you. So that is one thing I want you to know. And then network with intention, not desperation. You see, I'm very strategic in making sure that we understand these things. Network with intention, not with desperation. The wrong approach is, oh, I'm trying to connect with 100 people, right? The right approach will be you are building deep trust with two who matters. And this is you actually doing it strategically, not just, oh, press connect. You're on LinkedIn, you're just saying connect, connect, or connect. Why are you connecting with them? Right? And we are saying nurturing, nurturing, nurturing. Of course, as you start sharing, people will come up to you and like they will send requests. Of course, you can just you can accept, right? But there are some that you have to choose strategically and say, oh, I want to nurture this, right? And then you begin to do some of these things we've talked about, which are still in our workbook as well. So another one is sending I messages on LinkedIn. No, then of offering context plus curiosity plus value. That is the better approach, and I've given you an example before. Then the last wrong approach, an example I put here is waiting to feel ready. You will never feel ready. You will never feel ready, I'm telling you. But the right approach is showing up as you grow, not when you are perfect. Not when you are perfect. This LinkedIn game, please, please, please don't wait. There are some people have spoken every now and then. When this thing became like I started feeling it like an heartache, right? I have to do something about it, and that's when this thing actually came up, and I started speaking with international students. I see, oh, it is when they are done that they are now starting to say, oh, I need a job, I need PhD opportunities. Then they are now coming to LinkedIn. No, that's not how it works. You have to plow before you get to that. Those times are harvest. You need to work hard. I know balancing everything is not as easy as it is, but that's why we are saying a system has to be built. That's why we are saying that you have to follow all these things. See, whether you do them or you don't do them, all these things will happen. Like things will not feel less easy in quote. But when you do them, you are able to even glide. Like you have some slack. You know that what you are going through at the end of the day will yield something better. I don't know whether you get what I'm trying to say. So when you put structure in place, it even saves you a lot of time of doom scrolling on social media, just wasting time. People they are creating, you are consuming, you are not creating, right? So that should say, how am I also creating? On LinkedIn, you posting is actually a form of creation, right? And and that's you shining your light. That's when people start noticing you, and then they're able to attach your name to something. And during the time, you have started building a lot of information, a lot of connection that when you now need it, it won't be far-fetched. At least someone that knows someone will be there. But even at that, might not also become like that. Those so that I'm not sowing the seed that that is the only way you can reap what you are doing. Another way is just exposure, right? Exposure to a lot of things, and the even the transformation you will see in you sharing. You become bold in what you do. Oh, you are learning about it in school, and then you are applying it to a real world solution. People are seeing what you are capable of. When you apply to anything, do you know that they first go to your LinkedIn page? It's like your living CV, and they are able to see, oh, this is what this person is capable of. That's why you can't neglect it now, right? Next week, what we are going into is personal branding. So we still talk about it, and now we can now say from beginning to the end of LinkedIn, how can we make sure you brand yourself, the same way you want people to actually see you. So if your tier or your subscription has not covered that, don't miss it at all, please. So we'll go into that, but let's quickly move before because of our time. So let's move into practical networking formula. Like a message format, this is just one. You can actually adapt it, to as it suits you in different situations. Dr. Smith, have been following your work on sustainable agriculture. I'm in agriculture, though, so that's why. Forgive me. I'm currently studying in Italy and exploring carbon smart farming solutions. I'd love to stay connected and learn from your insight. That's just, when you are connected, say send with note. You can draft something like this that you can always, adapt and customize to different situation, right? And then send. Anyone that sees this, we know that okay, this is someone that wants, and sometimes before they even accept, they look at your profile, and then they'll be able to see this is a person of value. And that one will actually talk about it next week, how we can make your profile very stellar to attract the people. Because I I work with aspiring international students on actually making them their application also stand out, right? And then some will finish their SOP, bring out their best stories, and then some will come back to me, oh, I'm messaging some Erasmus current program students. Of course, I know they are busy, but they are not answering me. I will tell them, I'll go and look at their LinkedIn. I'll see that what is there. Like, it's not something that's even attracting. And I will send that same message. Multiple people will answer me, because it's just how you are able to present yourself. So I will tell you, see, that's why I always, even for them that I work with right now, this LinkedIn is also a strategy that they can, present themselves as a valuable person, even not only to people outside, also to scholarship committee. But that's not where I'm going. But I'm just saying that there's a way you presenting yourself, your personal brand can actually attract people to you. It speaks so much. Even though you're not there, but it speaks so much about you. So don't miss that of next week, please. I beg you. All right. So then practical networking strategies that we can also use is the no networking mindset. Like, you don't think of it that networking as it. So stop networking in quote and start building genuine connection. Is you just saying, oh, I'm building, like as a gardener, you're saying I'm building my ecosystem, right? Build genuine connections. People don't want to be networked with. Do you want to be networked with? No, but you want to be friends with Rosalind, right? Abi, you don't want to be friends with me. But I want to be friends. People want to at least be close to a valuable person, right? And that's what you want to, they want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be valued themselves, right? So, and the strategy one is the 3-3-3 rule, and that is three meaningful connection per week, right? Three value added action, whether you are sharing with resources, you are making introductions between people, right? And then 3 minutes of genuine conversation before asking anything. So you're having a genuine conversation. Oh, you are doing this. I love it. Oh, I saw this. Oh, maybe you can read this article. Oh, there's this book. I think with what you shared, maybe it will shed more light on it. I read it and it blessed me, or I gained a lot from it, give, right? And it's not like it's money. It's not something that will even take so much from us. It's just thoughtfulness. Yes, it's just thoughtfulness. So, meaningful connection, three value added actions, and then 3 minutes of genuine conversation before you ask anything, right? And then the second will be the purpose filter. Before connecting, ask, does this person align with my vision and values? Will this relationship move me towards my purpose, right? So also be very conscious of this fact. And the three will be this 3 seasons connection. Planting season, when you are making new friends, new connections, right? This might be a new planting season for you because you are in a new phase, and then things are might also be beginning of a new field, right? And then you are trying to look for the 3 steps, 3 layers that we talked about. So these are planting season. Maybe week 1 to 4, you are actually planting, and then growing season, deepening relationship might be week 5 to 8. It might not, you might not be counting in, but there are times you're now like, okay, I think our relationship is now, I've been able to grow this relationship to a point that is now growing, and then you are deepening that relationship. Then harvesting season, that's when you're now like seeing collaborative and creating value together. Then pruning season will be releasing relationship that no longer serve you, right? So there are different seasons. Some people might be in pruning season, some might just be harvesting, some might be harvesting right now. You are collaborating with others. Some might be deepening relationship where you are growing right now. Do you see? So it is you being just strategic about pruning, courageously prune. Don't feel bad, right? And yeah. So, who should be on your success team? Who should be on? You've talked about the 3 layers, but maybe I want to make it explicit so that you really know what to do. We have supporters, encouragers, and those are friends, seniors, community members, right? The purpose is for emotional resilience, where you are stable, your family members are here, and that's why you need to call them at home. It's not because you are here, you even still need that emotional support, right? So take them, your peers and collaborators, your classmates, lab partners, group project teammates, and these are for growth and accountability. We've talked about you grow together. Then industry leaders and decision makers, you still need them. Professors, researchers, startup founders, make sure that they are part. When you post, they are already eyeing you. It's easy for them. It's like in a marketplace, you're not displaying in front of them. But imagine you don't even have them, right? So that's why. And then there are some people, like if you go to my LinkedIn now and you search for my name, Roselyn Adiemo, you will see follow. Don't click follow, because if you follow me, it is only you that can see my post. I won't be able to see your post. What you always want to send is a connection request. Even after you press follow, go and look for connection request. Many people don't know this. And that's why you always be seeing my post, but you won't be able to, I won't be able to see your post. And that's what you want people to see. You want to display what you are selling in front of people. So that's another trick that you might know it. Good for you. But if you don't, please start doing that. Don't just follow, connect with people, right? So industry leaders, you need them. It is not, and here you need access. The purpose is for access and recommendation in the future. And then mentors and coaches, people 3 to 10 years ahead of you, for direction, for correction. And that's why coaching will always be important. Coaching will always be important. Yeah, I know that some people, especially male, that they have football that has coaches. They so believed so much in football coaches, but what do? It's just to guide, but in their own life, ask them whether they have coaches or not. So coaches are forever important, and yeah, they bring that um, so much knowledge, wisdom that you don't need to run and make a lot of mistakes that you could actually gain insight into, when someone is there to guide you, right? So that is by the way. And then people you lift up. We've talked about this, freshers, junior volunteers, what you are building. This purpose is for legacy, is for loyalty. So don't neglect any part of it. You will need it. So even if you have 500 connection and all of them, all of this is there, you are doing well than someone that has only sorry, that has as much as 100K followers, and it's only peers and people below you that are there. They might not be able to help you so much. But when you have supporters, you have encouragers, you have peers, you have industry leaders, decision makers, coaches, all these things, you will go far. You go further. That's just it. So let's run. I think we are almost done. So then networking challenge for the week is it's also in our workbook. So reach out to 3 new people this week per layer. Um, your vertical, um, uh, horizontal, and then what is it? Downward ones for legacy. So it might be LinkedIn, email, horizontal, might be in your group, your class events, downward give back, offer help, or check in with people still in school, people trying to do their jam, people that are trying to, apply for scholarship, connect them. Yeah, if you know them, and then you can connect them with me. That's you also making connections, introductions, right? So then I think, yes, there is a Notion tracker that I've put is in the workbook. You can also use it now. Track people. That's when you are, oh, I sent a message with this, as this person replied, this is important because this person works in this place and I want to start building this relationship, not when I want to graduate and I need this thing. So that Notion tracker, you can use it. It will be very helpful to say, okay, even to I also use it. I got to know about one email that I sent in 2018 to someone that came to our department, and he told me about. I told him how I wanted to actually be in the world of agri-finance and blah blah. He told me a lot of things. It was last week that I was checking and I saw, and I replied him, "This is the progress. This is what I do now." And yeah, I'm abroad, but I didn't later follow that route, but still, this is what I'm doing. So you are able to track where you are, who you've reached out to, what has come out of it, and then also use it in making decisions. What you don't track, you can't measure, and what you can't measure might not grow, cannot grow because you won't see it, right? So that's it. Then a deep truth is that visibility is not noise. It's not noise. So not everyone needs to know you, but the right people must not miss you. Not everyone needs to know you, but the right people must not miss you. So you should be in the front of everyone. So that's why I'm not saying that this will make you get 10,000 connection. No, you need the right people and the right people alone. All right, so just a preview of our upcoming LinkedIn challenge, which will be after our personal branding. I don't want us to just be doing things that sending a lot of things, posting without us actually be on top of our personal branding and making sure our LinkedIn is actually ready for that. And that's what we'll be doing next week. So don't miss it, please. I beg you. And if you have to upgrade, if you are in the lowest tier, if you have to upgrade, please do so that you are able to join us for the next module. So what we'll do is first we'll audit your LinkedIn profile before connecting, and then we identify 15 strategic profiles to follow in this pair, and then start posting with prompts. I will also provide a lot of prompts because you'll be like, I don't know what to post. How do I post? Which picture should I use? All of those will be answer. So it won't just be celebration post. Oh, I got into this alone. It has to be very strategic. So purpose-driven storytelling, and then we'll use hashtag 1% extraordinary scholar and impact beyond borders. Yeah, and then in some of them you might tag me, in some you might not. So after that, so we'll do the optimization of your LinkedIn first, and then we can now go into posting. So that'll be next week. Then another thing you should do is, this should not end here. So every quarter, every three months, you come back and say and review. So the network tracking system shared in the resources, I said the nation. So some of the simple questions you can ask is, which relationship need more attention at this point in my life? You know that every 3 months as well, your 90 days life upgrade, you need to always change your goals and say, okay, which one did I do better? Which you actually need to also assess every month. How did I do this month? Okay, what are the strategies that helped me in reading, in work, in this, in that? How can I maximize my time better? So you do those adjusting, but every 3 months you have to change the goals. Some you might still have to put them there. Your academics is forever there during these 2 years, right? So you're now also saying, in this new phase, this 3 months, which relationship need more attention, which have run their course, which one, I don't need as much, right? And then where are the gaps in my network? Who do I really need to add into this conversation, like into this ecosystem? And who have I added value to recently? Who are those ones? You need to also note them, right? So always put that into perspective as well. So let's quickly do an affirmation for bold connection. I am not begging, I am building. Every meaningful relationship I build today is a bridge to my future. I connect with confidence because I know the value I carry. I attract the right people at the right time. So always say this, yeah, and I know you will attract the right people at the right time by God's grace. So thank you so much. Please don't forget your feedback. Let me know how it has been. And then for the foundational kit people, you need to upgrade so that you can follow the rest of the two modules, right? And then books are also recommended in the workbook. I know some of us might not have been able to do that right now. So after the module I have gone, it is only the legacy building builders, right? The last year that has access to the accountability community that we build, that we have right now. So if you don't have access, like if you are not there, you should actually be there, because after this, we'll now go into full mode of execution to say, okay, what was it? There are times we say, okay, it is book we are reading, and then we come every 2 weeks to actually meet together, share how everything is going. So it is like this community, we are building accountability, and then everything we've said, okay, so every 3 months, okay, we come together again. Sometimes it might be one-on-one. Sometimes it is together as a group, and then we just learn from each other, share, and then go. So you want to also make sure you don't need it, because you don't miss that, and then you upgrade. And yeah, so we might just say, okay, it is book we are reading, and then you just need that accountability to say, so that you don't miss out. Sometimes you say, oh, I want to do it on my own. A lot of things might just come, and then you forget. Or not forget, but you are just not able to do it. But when you are together and then you are sharing energy, you can really go far. So that is one thing you can also look forward to, even after these five modules. Then we now be going. There are topics that are still there that I can't put here, but we can now say, okay, let us come together. Let's learn practically, not only just this. So please, this is a place to be, really. And if anything has really been wow to you, please go your learning review. Don't forget it. And um that would be it. So the feedback question as well, you can put it in the Q&A community. And I'm actually looking forward to hearing from you. Work on your workbooks. Check the YouTube videos I attach, they are there for a purpose. They are just not, for putting it their sake. They are supporting resources that will help these lessons come home further. So yeah, cheers to you. Please enjoy the rest of the week. I celebrate you. Ciao, ciao. Bye.